So hey guys, and welcome to another daily Bitcoin update video. Before we get started with some local price action, let me quickly jump on the weekly time frame and let's try to understand what we have been witnessing earlier. So if you have a look on the weekly time frame, we had this pretty interesting all-time high range, after which we gave a push towards the downside. Now technically this could have been your accumulation zone, and now the price is expanding towards the upside and we are trying to get accepted in the previous all-time range. So as of now, this looks interesting. The push according to me is healthy and we might get accepted back inside this range. Eventually we'll know. You can pull some volume area levels and try to understand if this is going to work out for you or not. Also, if I quickly turn on some volume prints for you guys, this is what we are looking at. The volume of the previous all-time high range looks something like this. We are already inside the value area. We have went above the value area low level, which looks good to me. If I quickly switch to the daily time frame, our daily candle looks extremely good and healthy according to me. If I could just show you this, you see we opened right around this level. We gave a push towards the downside and after that we are trying to take out the current high. So this according to me is a great daily candle. We have already took out the weekend lows. That is the best kind of price action that I can expect on a Monday candle, and that is exactly what we are getting to see as of now. So some of the key observation for today according to me is that Bitcoin is actually continuing the bullish trend that it is in. I think we might get to see another good push towards the upside eventually, but I do feel if we start to lose the 92k level, it would be not a great price action. That would be showing some kind of weakness. So according to me, this market structure looks good. We should keep on pushing towards the upside. I do expect a good retracement, but then eventually a continuation towards the upside. I do have some local trading opportunities as well that I'll be sharing with you guys, but before that, as I was mentioning, that bullish trend is actually intact. The market structure looks good, and after an open drive we are pushing from the last week. So again, all of this is some really healthy sign. Now the price action has been consolidating for about 5 days at just the highs, so it is building some volume and we might get accepted back in the previous range that I was showing you guys, which is our all-time high range. And once you are accepted back into it, then you can plan for levels like 100k and then eventually 110k and then even higher. So by the time you stay above this range that we have formed, the price action is extremely bullish to me. Overall, Bitcoin structure indeed remains bullish. As I said, it is supported by some really strong buying. Over the weekend, I was getting a lot of notification on my BingX app that a lot of market makers were buying. So if you guys are interested in trading on BingX, which is actually a great exchange, it has some great trading fees, and if you sign up to BingX using the link in the description, you stand a chance to win up to $6,000 bonus, and eventually you will also be added into our premium group, which is absolutely free. All you need to do is sign up using that link in the description of BingX. Alright, so if you do that, you get to earn some really good perks. So as I was saying, we have no signs of reversals as of now. The structure is extremely good and we are above the key level of 89k and 88k is what I would say. So this box is what I've been talking with you guys for a very long time. Even though we never got a backtest, but I'm fine with that. If we don't get it, this price action also looks bullish. But if we start to reverse from this area, that would give us an idea that we gave market a lot of time to build some long positions, and after that we are getting a push towards the downside. So that would moreover look like a fake push towards the upside, and then we might eventually reject. So that is something which we don't want to see. We want to have a good accumulation zone and then continue the push towards the upside. Also, on the basis of news today, we've got nothing significant, so you can expect not a lot of volatility. But upcoming this week on Wednesday and Thursday, I guess it's not something really major. It's about labor market data and some other normal stuff. But on Friday you got NFP, which might bring some volatility to Bitcoin as well, so monitor your trade accordingly. Also, on the basis of setup, if I just give you a quick market context as to what we are seeing as of now, I think Bitcoin is still holding the bullish range structure. The range is bullish according to me, and with some higher lows we might get accepted back in the POC of the previous range. We are currently above the value area low of the all-time high range. We are currently ranging right there. We might get accepted above the POC as well if we keep on continuing the push just like this. Also, we've got a CME gap at 95,700. Alright, so we have a gap at 95,700 which eventually we might fill. CME gaps which are so close usually do get filled on this very same day or probably in the interval of 2 days. So you can expect another push at least till 95,700. And as I was saying, that current price action, it indeed suggests a good and healthy consolidation, and that the uptrend might just continue. Also, if I talk about some extremely accurate levels, not accurate levels, but the levels that I am looking at for going long would be a good and clean sweep of the lows. If we sweep out this, I'm not very bullish, but then yeah, that will indeed be a good scalp trade according to me. But other than that, I'm looking at 93,800. So for me, 93,800 is a very important level. Why? Because it's our weekly open level, and if you start to lose your weekly open, it will turn out to be really bearish according to me. Also, you would want your VWAP ranging towards that area. So by the time price hits it, we've got our VWAP, we've got our weekly open level right around that area, which will give us the push towards the upside. Other than that, I'm also keeping an eye on 91,300. So if I just quickly zoom out, it's somewhere around 91,300. Yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on 91,300 because it's an extremely important support and resistance level. So if you flip this, it will become your resistance, but as of now it's an extremely key support level. So if I quickly go on a bigger time frame, you can clearly see it's a very important support level on the basis of both the ranges that we have created. So it's pretty important for us to hold this level, even though according to me, if you start to lose this lows and then this lows, eventually it will get weaker. But then yeah, no matter what the market conditions are, we are always supposed to be prepared with alternate plans as well. All right. Also, when this push was happening in the market, we fixed all of these poor lows as well, and after that we are pushing towards the upside. So according to me, these lows are pretty interesting. These are good, not the best kind of lows, but then yeah, eventually it can hold. It has potential for this to be our daily low, at least if not weekly low, then at least your daily low, and then the price might keep on continuing towards the upside. Also, if I go a bit lower for my long levels, I think I do have few more levels as well, but then eventually it will be depending upon what kind of market structure do we see. So according to me, the last and the major support level that we have for going long on Bitcoin would be at around 90,500, because that's a very crucial support level. Also for shorting, I do got some local shorting opportunities as well. I'm not sure by the time this video goes out if it would have actually played out already or not, but then I'm looking at around 94 yeah, I'm looking at 94,900 ish area, or probably 94,800. If you ask me, the reason behind this is that we've got some point of control, which is naked point of control, and then also it's a rejection area. Alright, so a local rejection area right around from this area, and then we've also got naked point of control. By the time we hit this, we'll also be taking out this liquidity, which I guess we've already took out. Yeah, so you might actually reverse right from this area or get another push towards the upside, hit this naked point of control, and then eventually dump. And by the time when we hit this area, we would also be creating some good bearish diversion, is what I feel. If our momentum wave starts to go lower, if our money flow is going even lower, this would be a great area to go short. So you might need to see your divergence. You can be using such kind of indicators, which gives you a very clean and clear entry. So I would like our money flow to go even lower when we are hitting this area. Our momentum waves forming some bearish divergence, let's say on at least a 12-minute time frame. So by the time we hit this area, our momentum waves will have more than enough time to form some bearish divergence as well. And on a smaller time frame, we already might be doing that. Money flow looks extremely strong on 3 minutes, but then yeah, we have not yet hit our level of interest. So that is what we will be looking out for. Also, I've got another shorting opportunity at 96,500. The reason behind this area would be that we'll be taking out some great liquidity levels as well. So we've got a bunch of liquidity forming around 96,500, and then we've got some really high volume node as well. So if I quickly share the liquidity heat map with you guys, this is what it looks like. So this is what our liquidity heat map looks like. As of now, we have took out most of the major liquidity towards the downside. We did leave a few liquidity, a few not that great. There is still some liquidity at the bottom, but we have took out all the major liquidity, is what I feel. And now eventually you can be targeting 96k range on the basis of liquidity only, because there are no strong reason that you can literally long around this area and then wait for 96k. So on the basis of liquidity, there are chances that price might keep on continuing the push towards the upside, and eventually we hit 96k, and then we can decide if the price is showing some bullish sign or not. Also, if I quickly share what the open interest looks like as of now, so this is what our price action is looking like on the basis of CVD and open interest. So you can see that open interest has been sideways on 1 hour market, and the price has been also been grinding, but this is bullish according to me. We have been making higher highs and higher lows even in a range, so this was a bullish range according to me. By that time the open interest held pretty well, but CVD seems to be going lower and lower. So according to me, this is more like a bullish absorption, and eventually when all this retail traders get exhausted, we might get to see another aggressive push towards the upside. But that is something which you will eventually see, not right now because this was on an hourly time frame. But we can keep an eye on this as well. So now getting back to the charts, this were some of the levels that I'm looking out for going long, and some of the levels that I'm looking to go short. Also at around 97 200 and 98 250, we've got some extremely good resistance clusters. We've got some weekly levels, we've got some daily levels right around that area, some naked point of controls and whatnot, some equilibrium levels as well. So it will make a lot of sense to keep an eye on 97 and 98k zone because it has some clean and clear resistance clusters as well. Alright, that was the idea behind today's trading. Also, just for a quick analysis and scenarios, my scenario number 1 would be a good pullback, we reclaim and then keep on pushing towards the upside. So that is what I'm looking at. I want us to get a good pullback and I'll locally go long. So that's my local long plan, which is a 93. So this pullback will be an extremely controlled pullback. We won't be just randomly planning a trade, or we won't be entering into a long trade where the market is extremely bearish. So this will be a controlled pullback. Scenario number 2 according to me can be that we get a immediate breakout without a deep pullback, and I'm prepared for that as well. Like Bitcoin might keep on grinding for some time, and as soon as New York session opens, we might get an aggressive push towards the upside without getting the pullback that we are asking for, and I'm prepared for that as well. And my scenario number 3 for today would be we keep on making this range, we keep on continuing, and then eventually give a bearish breakout, and then Bitcoin basically fails to hold our 91 and 90k levels that we have been discussing, and our major support levels then flips into resistance, and then we go back in the previous range that we made at around 80k ish area. Alright, so also some key observation for today would be that a failure of holding 91k would be an immediate change in bias as well. Alright, if 91k does not hold and if we keep on pushing towards the downside, I think we might get some bearish price action. Alright, but bigger picture, I think Bitcoin still remains bullish, and we might just backtest the weekly open level and then keep on pushing towards the upside. So that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel if you are new. And if you have any question, make sure to drop them in the comment section and I'll answer them. Until then, bye.